Hey, what's going on, guys? Brandon here again with another subscriptions talk video, another late subscriptions talk video. I know in my last one I said I wasn't going to be off schedule anymore, but that didn't happen. I actually had a tattoo appointment for Friday when I usually film this, and then I didn't get a chance to get back around to doing this. So I'm just going to do it now, and I hope from here on out it'll be on schedule. I mean, probably 2 weeks when I have my second session for the tattoo, it will be off again, but we'll see. The books this week, it seemed that they were a lot of just mediocre books. Like, they weren't bad, but only a couple of them were, that I would probably ever read again. As always, order them from least to greatest, but there wasn't, least favorite to most favorite, but there wasn't really much difference between probably the first 5 or 6 books here in favoritism. We'll just start off with Green Lantern number 12. It opens up with the Black Hand, has the Green Lantern and Sinestro there, and he finds out that the Book of the Black just says Hal Jordan is not your enemy. That's all the book says. And then, I'm confused by this Green Lantern book thus far. I mean, I don't know much about the past of the Black Hand or anything, so maybe, like I said, I only jumped in this a couple issues ago, so hopefully it'll either the storyline will pass quickly or I'll start to get something. But I think it had to do with the zombies in this issue, which made me not like it that much because I think zombies are overused. I understand it though, I understand what's going on. I just don't know any history that they reference or anything. But eventually, the book says that Hal Jordan will be the greatest Black Lantern, and that's going to be pretty wild to see that. Not much greatness here. The art, I like the art in this book though. The art and the panel arrangements are really good, but nothing phenomenal. Dark Avengers number 179. Now, this is usually a book that's a lot higher because I'm a big fan of this book, but I don't know. Once again, they have the 2 separate artists for the Thunderbolts and Dark Avengers, and the Thunderbolts art, in my mind, is just way better. Like I said, I hope they eventually get one artist in here when the Dark Avengers and Thunderbolts finally collide, or become one, whatever. But the Judge Dredd character finds out that it's a clone of Cage's grandson. Like, what the hell? Why do they have to do this where there's just such long explanations? Decent book, nothing phenomenal. The Dark Avenger art kind of pissed me off, so that kind of turned me off of that. But the Thunderbolt art in this was still really good. And it ends with Sultan Magnus killing Scar. Like, he makes him like revert to his human form, and it looks like he's about to kill him. So, next issue we'll find out what happens there, but nothing phenomenal. Blue Beetle number 12. Love the Blue Beetle. And this series it's picking up right now. I mean, it's still, this issue is still a little slow for me, but it's definitely picking up. As you can see on the cover, it says Blood Beetle is back, and he's going to bleed the world dry. Okay. Paco's the Blood Beetle. That's what's going on again. And there's not much in the story by way of, any backstory or backup, information, but, eventually the Bug Suit learns of, self-sacrifice because, he learns about Jesus or something. Like I said, I don't know, these first couple books are just mediocre to me. But he clones his own, suit to fix Paco's heart after he removes the heart thing that they put in earlier to save him. So then he's no longer the Blood Beetle, reverts back, whatever. But next issue better pick up. I mean, I love the Blue Beetle. There's no chance of me dropping it, but it's just it's a little slow for me. Avengers number 29. I don't even want to say a lot about this book. It just pissed me off because it took place before Avengers vs. X-Men number 8. Now, why would you put this out? Avengers vs. X-10 came out this week. Why put this out as before 8? I didn't like it. It was a very good story. It's about when Professor X comes to help the Avengers. Cap called him, and then he came and helped. They were trying to get Rachel Summers. And then, eventually Professor X says he can't do it. He makes everybody go to sleep. And then erases everybody's memory of it, but, you know, if you've read 10, you know that he does come to help them now, but he says his dream is dead, and, I mean, it's just... This would have been a very good issue to read before 8, when it was supposed to take place. It would have been awesome to be in there. But, like I said, it isn't. It came out this week, and it suffered in mediocrity. Daredevil number 17. The, Michael Allred art in here. I'm pretty sure this is the first book he did of this, and I really enjoyed it. I really did. One of my favorite... I mean, I don't know if he was really an Iron Man villain, but I just remember him from the Iron Wars. Stiltman is trashing the law office. It's kind of like in a past, like it's a past story, like Daredevil's reminiscing about his times. I don't know. It seemed like that's all it was like just a reminiscing issue. But you know, he's trashing it, and then Daredevil ends up saving him, and they use some kind of machine, and then Daredevil can see his dad boxing. I don't know. It was a good issue. It was. I liked the art a lot, but like I said, it was a reminiscent issue. It's like it was just a filler. Like they're working on something better. But I mean, it was a good issue. I would, you know, I'd probably read it again. Not, you know, like right now, but it was worth it. X-Men 34. Not as great as a cover as we've seen the past few issues. I mean, it's still a pretty nice cover, but nothing compared to what it was. First off, the art in here. Roland Boschi, I think it was. Yeah, Boschi art. When he does up-close faces, they look really weird. It doesn't seem like... That's not how I see the characters, at least. And when he does, like, just in-passing faces, I think they're terrible. I think they're garbage. Now, his scenery and everything is phenomenal. I think he's a very good artist in that, but his faces really, really suffer. The storyline, it goes on with... There's this cult called the Heavenly Path, who have, like, a boat, and they're trying to, like, reach perfection. Well, the leader has come into the proto-mutant sample, and he's going to give it to his like, clan, his cult, to become perfect, to evolve. And then at the end, there's a, you know, Psylocke and Domino end up infiltrating their ship. And then Psylocke gets a meeting with him somehow. And, there's, like, an end where he says they're going to be perfect, and he takes off sunglasses, and his eyes are, like, scarred and glowing. But it wasn't that great of a reveal, because, like I said, Boschi's art, just his faces didn't work for me. So it was just like, okay, whatever. Like, it wasn't much. It wasn't nothing really that went wow. And I think it really made the book suffer itself by that reveal wasn't that good. I mean, obviously, there's no chance of me dropping this. I'm really loving this story, but the art made it suffer in this one. Deadpool 59. This is, he's fighting Black Tom Cassidy there on the front. I mean, good book. I love all the Deadpool books. But it was nothing spectacular, but that just shows you how, you know, how weak the lineup was, because, you know, this is how far in, and it flashes back and forth between fighting Black Tom and then being pulled over in Texas. I don't know. It was good. It was a good book. I like Black Tom. I think he's an interesting character. I remember him from the early issues of X-Force, the first series. But I mean, nothing phenomenal. This is a Deadpool book. It was good. I mean, as always, there's always funny jokes in here. But if you read Deadpool, like if you like Deadpool, you get this book, and I don't need to say anything. And if you don't read Deadpool, it's because you don't want to hear anything about the book. So just skimming over it. Uncanny X-Force 29. I've been raving about this book for a while now, about how great it was. And this one kind of slowed down a little bit. I mean, nothing super crazy happened. There was a little miniature reveal at the end, which I'll explain in a bit, but it opens up with the ending of 28, which was Psylocke killing herself. So this future that they're in now would not exist. But it a lot of the people who she's with there now, and now the future people are trying to help her, and it's just like it's kind of a medley of them helping her, but the future Psylocke actually ends up stopping her from killing herself by, like, entering her mind, and she sees, like, this dream world at the edge of death with Warren, Angel. And then when she awakes, she finds out that it was actually her future self inside her head sending her there to make her want to live. So it's kind of one of those, inside, future, time jump storylines, which you really got to follow to get. But it was very, very well done. And then the future Psylocke begins to allude to saying that she's with somebody else now, and she forgot about both Phantom X and Warren, and she's kind of passing both, and you'll fill that void with somebody else. They get sent back, and then it's shown that future Psylocke and future Wolverine are together. They kiss. It's the last panel of the book. And X-Force is going back now to their present to fight the Genesis, the clone of Apocalypse, and the new evil Brotherhood of Mutants led by Daken. So it's going to be a pretty crazy next couple issues while they're in battle with these guys. So I mean, really looking forward to this. I mean, I can't stress enough, if you're not reading this, to pick this up, at least to give it a try, because it's phenomenal. Avengers vs. X-Men round 10. And this is always up there in the top 2 or 3 books, because they're just doing it so right now. There's just some great things happening. Amazing cover right here. But there's just some great things happening in this book. It opens up, and just your average AVX, retelling some of the story, getting you into it. And Hope eventually absorbs the dragon that I can't even remember his name, but he's it's the dragon that kind of defeated the Phoenix Force earlier. Well, the force of the dragon, I guess you would say, that defeated the Phoenix Force once. And but it's too weak, it's too young to do anything to them. So she actually absorbs it and then punches Cyclops to the moon and actually hurts him, and Cyclops is just blown away. And then he says that he needs Emma, and he goes to find Emma, and then Magneto tries to reach out to Professor X for some help. And I mean, that's pretty much all that happened here. It was pretty spectacular with what she did to him, though. I mean, I can't wait to see more of her evolve. And we're getting to the end here, so it's going to get pretty crazy. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm waiting. And of course, pick of the week, again, 3rd week in a row, going for 4 for 4 next week, is Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe. Phenomenal book, unbelievable. He tortures Professor X to call the X-Men to a maze that is set up by my boy, Arcade. Love him. Glad he's in here. And he actually has Arcade imprisoned, and he makes Arcade build this. Wolvie's power regeneration isn't popularity. Wolverine's power isn't regeneration. It's popularity. That's what brings him back. Deadpool talks about it, and he talks about how he breaks the 4th wall and it's no big deal. This cover is unbelievably sick. He's carrying Wolvie's, mask. There's a burning Professor X chair. Cyclops' little, eye thing there. Unbelievable. He's trying to go after the nexus of all realities. It's shown, he killed Doctor Strange and is trying to find or get into the nexus of all realities, probably to try to kill everything. That's the point of the book, not just to kill one universe, but to kill everything, and that's what he's going after, nexus of all realities. So number 4 looks like it's going to wrap us up into a nice little package, and it's going to be great. I mean, I'll probably actually pick this up in the hardcover trade if it comes out, because I'll read this a lot. This was a great series. I loved it. That's it for the subscriptions this week. Sorry it was late again. Hopefully I'll get a review book up next week. Hopefully early, not sure though, but thank you guys for watching, and remember, have a great day.